Right. Hello, guys. This is the fourth installment, I think, of the Gatekeeper. And for those that are wondering, yes, it usually starts on Saturday, same time. But because I'm leaving in tomorrow, I thought, yeah, it's too bad I can't. I'm missing the stream by one day, so I thought, yeah, let's just talk with Rebel, and we decided to move the last stream one day earlier, so I could stream one last time before I'm leaving for 3 weeks. But this is probably the only time it will be on a Friday. Other times it'll be on a Saturday, unless there's something very dire in my life that's going around. But yeah, last week we finished the retopology on our wonderful Gatekeeper, and I'll show you that in a bit. Right, so we open this. Open Maya first, easily accessible. And just right. So what the retopology basically is we lowered the polycount on our guy, which would make it actually possible for him to get into the game. I think it's this one. For some reason it froze, but yeah. So this is the Gatekeeper. I mean the low poly one that we're gonna use. As you can see, we have this thick ass, some nice curvature on his shoulders. But one thing I noticed is how I added extra edges here, but I didn't make them align properly. So I'm just gonna quickly fix that before we move on. Small things like that can really get into the way if you don't fix them right away. If I just import this reference one. This reference one is one I imported from ZBrush, so I can like draw topology on this one. So what I'm gonna do now is first center this on that, select the reference image, mesh, reference mesh, make it live, and now because it's live I can actually open the quad draws, just relax a bunch of places so it fits the now because we did that, you can just hide this again, and now the this bulge follows the mesh a little bit better. Alright, but yeah, I'm gonna actually export this again. Alright, so this was our high poly and ZBrush, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna import the low poly in here. Import retopo, yes, it's exactly on there. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off device automatic smoothing when I'm subdividing. I'm gonna Control D once, and after I Control D once, I'm gonna project this guy that we have here onto what we already had, and it will assume, and it will like glue itself to the high poly that we have underneath. I'm gonna do that again until I have sufficient topology to actually start editing. I could just edit this, but as you can see, it's a lot different than editing this, because this has topology underneath, and because of that it can compute higher detail much faster because it has something to work off, while this is just pure points and vertices. As you can see, I don't have a slider here where I can change the subdivisions. So the thing with this is I can get a lot more detail in there without losing performance in my program. And also it just makes it a lot easier if your low poly and high poly always stay on the same position, because I mean, like, this is my high poly, for instance. All right, set this to 1, and this is my low poly. I can just move these guys around and they always stay on the same spot, which is wonderful. It's like just so much easier. But yeah, let's project one more time. Let's see how detailed it is on 6 subdivisions. Stitching. Today I'm gonna do the stitchings. Stitchings is today. If you missed the other episodes, you can rewatch them on YouTube. If for guys that weren't here last week or the week before, or the week before that. So now it's just projecting the details onto the one we just imported, so I can start where we left off. This is actually like the most fun part of the detailing, because you just get this awesome amount of space and detail without actually, for instance, this is just a Dynamesh, and if I turn this, I'm already a bit laggy. As you can see, it just bumps a few times. But if I open this one, like, this one is super smooth. Although, even though this has the same amount of polygons as this one, it's just faster because it has computer does this thing where it divides every polygon. So for instance, this is divided by 2, square, 2, another square, another square, another square. So it kind of knows how to compute all of this. So because we are so detailed, I'm just gonna see like how detailed are. All right, we can go one higher. Go one higher. Fuck it. And now I'm not sure if projecting this is actually helping, because it'll just cost me more time, and I don't think there is detail on the decimated one. Is this one that has detail that's only seeable at subdivision 7. I think with subdivision 6 we have all the detail we have with this Dynamesh. But for my own, to get it a little bit more detailed, I think I'm gonna bump it to subdivision 7. Alright, let me just move everything in my Cintiq into the right position so I can sculpt easily. Got my pen in my hand. Alright, so today I think I can delete the decimated one. Fuck it, let's delete you. Which one is this? Good. Change the color. Alright, so oh yeah, this one is one without ribcage. This can also be deleted. We don't need things extras in our file. Alright, stitchings. First I'm gonna start off by kind of like revisiting what we did last the week before last week, and just see like how detailed can we get with the 7th subdivision. Just gonna bump up the music a tiny bit. Yeah, be fine. And now I'm just gonna go over these spots because it's a lot more crisp now than it was earlier. We also have to fix like these little artifacts that we had from the block out and stuff. We also have to fix these artifacts from the blockouts right now. Just like that, just very simple. Sculpting a bit and smoothing them out. Very easily. And because I already did all the work almost, it's just getting it over with. Could you put the music volume higher? I just did, but I'm guessing like I'm not sure how well you guys can hear me. Like if I put it like this high, I'm not, because I do talk calmly, let's say, and I'm kind of like afraid that you guys won't be able to hear me and I'll notice it far too late. Guys, if you're watching this from YouTube, this is what I repeat every time, every week. It's like, if you're on YouTube, please come to Twitch because YouTube can get very spammy. I can't easily pick out questions in YouTube. If you have a dire question, just check the description. There's a Twitch link there. If you go there, you can easily ask any question. I'll probably answer them right away. Right, the legs are almost done, just getting a little few stretch marks in there, working these creases a bit more. Trying to think where I want the stitches. And I think we're done with the legs. That was fast. Yeah, you can easily follow, like your eye starts kind of like here, goes like that, all the way down and through the ankle bone downwards. Then I want to lead the player's eyes, like have a nice viewing experience. Most artists just try to get as much detail everywhere as much as possible, but if you do that without controlling it, you cause something that's called noise. And what noise is actually, it like fucks up your eye, fucks with your eyes. It's like all these signs pointing you elsewhere, and your eyes kind of don't know where to look. So the key to a nice design and model is actually that the model can lead your eyes, and it kind of fix you into where to look. And if you get that right, you kind of like, you already have a very strong base for actually doing 3D work. Right, so as you can see, there's like this things that are left from the what do you call it, the projection, and I'm gonna just refine those again, because that's just like detail that was never there, but it's just showing like this because it's the surface that it copied basically. So the surface that it copied looked like this. Now if you just go over them again, we can easily smooth them out and give them like super crisp edges, which will make it look more natural, and in turn have a better effects on the player, because the textures that we're going to use on this are pretty high. And I've been doing some 4K texturing lately, like in the past few days, and it's amazing how much detail you can get on some things. Like just redrawing what I just did, revisiting. Nothing special. Now this is just what I'm gonna do on the whole model, and after that I'm just gonna place the stitchings. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna manually place every stitch. I'm gonna do something with other meshes to actually place the stitches a lot easier than by actually placing them one by one. Is this Gatekeeper gonna have runic flesh brands like the original? Yes. Hi Cal, what's your daily job? My daily job is I'm a freelance 3D artist, which means that I get contracts from abroad, and they wanna like commission my work for their game or something, and I just do that. That's my daily job. All right, we had these armpits that were causing trouble, but now because we have a low topology, I can easily hoist those arms. But first I'm gonna like make a layer. Let's go to the highest subdivision, make a layer, call this base. Now in the base layer we have this, just this. I'm gonna make another layer called arms up, and now I'm recording in this layer, which means that everything I do in this layer is to record it in that layer. And with this active now, I can select this arm and like raise it just like that, and do the same for this arm. but I do have to adjust because the line that I want to get is like exactly the one that goes the furthest into the armpit, which is like the half line of the armpit. And to actually see what's going on there, I'm gonna pick a different material. Skin shade. Alright, hoist that up like that. And so because I had that in one layer, I can easily I can like easily work between the armpits here, and if I just wanna like lower his arms, I can just turn this layer on and off. So now with his arms raised, I'm quickly gonna fix whatever was messing up this underside. So let's just all these things, like all these, especially this artifact right here. Like this, that's just a problem when two faces are too close to another when we're projecting the mesh. Let's see. Yeah, the channel that we're using to stream is from Kyle, the executive producer of this whole project, and everyone that's streaming on this project is just using this channel because it's easier for people to tune in. They just have to subscribe to one channel and they get all the good stuff. That's like the way we handle this all. Don't even think that I'm gonna detail his armpits because you'll never see his armpits. Like never, probably. Will you make a special edition version, or is this gonna? I have no idea. How well does that pay? Pays pretty good. I mean, because I'm freelance, I can ask more because I have to fix my own computer and all food and stuff. I mean, like my own insurance and stuff, kind of things. Now that we fixed his armpits, we can continue to work on his other parts, which is awesome. And yeah, for like everything that we're doing on this is adjusting this one, very small, very subtle adjustments, which will in the end will result in a much smoother bake, because everything exactly where it needs to be. Because if you want to bake stuff, you have to have them on top of each other, and by subdividing your low poly and sculpting on top of that will assure you that it's always in the best possible spot to get the bakes off. Think about this for a moment. This is the third or fourth stream, and this one creature is just taking shape. If they have to do this for all the creatures and lands, this is a lot of work. Yeah, man, it is a lot of work. Definitely is a lot of work. I could use some help on the creatures, because I don't think with the rate that it's going now that I'll be around for that long. We'll see. I'm not giving any definitive answers. Definitely the hardest part about working on mods is probably that you don't get paid, because with the time that I'm investing in this, I could probably like get paid work. But also, like, working on mods is you kind of do your own thing, because they don't have any leash on you legally. Well, if you sign a contract, you're bound to the contract. So this is also actually relaxing, I'd say. After watching your first stream, I started to play around the ZBrush, and it's awesome. Yeah, man. Glad I could help. ZBrush is a magical program. I can actually recall the moment that I first saw ZBrush. I thought, why the fuck would anybody want to sculpt high poly things? You can't use that in games. But then I learned about baking, and it was like, holy shit, this program is something that you must have. Like, you can't try other programs, but ZBrush is like the veteran old granddad that knows everything better, in my opinion. I tried Mudbox and stuff, but what I hate about Mudbox is how inflexible it is. In ZBrush you can easily dynamesh and change the silhouette or something, but in Mudbox you have to like switch over to another program and fix it there, or just retopologize inside of Mudbox, which takes more time. But in ZBrush you just have dynamesh, which just makes the whole process of designing and getting the shape right so much easier and faster. Time to change the material, guys. Don't like this one anymore. I Like I need something that gives me more visibility, like this one. Yeah. I also have the tendency to go like nuts with detail because I can just go so crazy with detail now. His head just needs to be fucking A+++++, or else I can't continue on this guy. It'll just bug me forever. I have to do every single step perfectly or else it just doesn't work. I mean, if I'm not happy with it, how can I expect someone else to be happy with it? Get all this creasing skin, like that, all this bulging upwards. Would you say that the Gatekeeper is more or less demanding than most characters? Yes, because it's. I mean, I did one before I did this one, and that one was less demanding because, well, it's like it isn't as memorable as the Gatekeeper, and because the Gatekeeper is unique, it kind of gets more attention than the rest because it's unique. So I'd say, yeah, the Gatekeeper is definitely more demanding than the others. Definitely. The ZBrush UI stays the same in the beginning. The one that I'm using is just modified. Yeah, ZBrush is a whole new program. It fights you all the way until you control it. But it's definitely worth investing your time in it if you have time to invest. Especially if you want to get into modding. Making stuff like creatures or something else. It's just so such a boon. Yeah, my UI is only the stuff that I use. only the stuff that I use, it's in here, because I don't need anything more, and adding more stuff will just make it more less efficient. Hakan stitching? What do you mean? Like when I'm gonna get into the stitching? How should I start in this industry if I am only familiar with Maya? Keep modeling, look at stuff that you want to make and make them. Pick a random photo from internet and just try to replicate that. Get some solid modeling know-how under your belt. After you know how to model and kind of like understand why you model in such ways, try to get into unwrapping. Unwrapping is kind of like a must if you want to do something on your own. After you unwrap, you must like texture stuff. I'd suggest Substance Painter. It's free for students. Yeah, it's like a few things that you need to do. I mean, those are things that I would do if I were to start over. But it's mostly pushing yourself to do a lot of it, because it's just hours at the end. You just have to do it so much that you just get good at it. There's no magic way of getting good at something in the game industry. Yeah, I'm gonna do stitching after I revisited all these creases that are that have a lower resolution now. Like now, for instance. Now is a good time to start stitching. Alright, stitching. Let me think this through. How am I going to do stitching? Right. Alright, I got it. Duplicate this boy. This one is one we need to keep. This guy gets to subdivision 5. and I'm gonna lower his arms like that, and I'm gonna bake all the layers into him. And now that I've baked his layers, I'm gonna delete his subdivisions because that's what we need to do stitches. And I think I'm gonna like split the stitches over to like that, so it's easier for me. Like we start at the legs and we work our way up. Alright, so now I actually made a bunch of brushes. I hope yes, here they are. Well, I've been told you either learn something through repetition or through study. Depends on what you study. You can watch all the tutorials in the world about Maya, ZBrush, Marvelous Designer, what else, but if you're actually working in it, you have a completely different experience. I think none of these are actually practical. Because I think I need to make some new stitches. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, now I'm thinking like, do I want metal stitches like staples, or I think I'm gonna go with cloth or something. Right, so this is gonna be very quick. Inside of Maya. I'm gonna quickly model one stitch. Please show us the animated Gatekeeper when you finished it. I'm not sure how I can get animations into Maya from the animation. I mean, from the existing animations. I'm not sure how to do that. Alright, now I can smooth these. I'm not even sure why I'm smoothing. Like, alright, this is one stitch. I'm gonna center this one onto the world and export this. I think it's, wait guys, it's raining very hard. Let me quickly sorry for the noise, I just closed my window. Okay, so I'm gonna export my stitch. Go to 3D, ZBrush, and call this it 01. Copy it from. I wanna have everything on one place. On. The brushes. Go to my name. All right. I should import it actually. Like now we have this stitch over here, and I should position it just like this. Go to brush, or what was it? Brush, I think. And oh shit, this changed actually. Print mesh to brush. Create mesh from this one. No, that one. Oh, it's over here now. Okay. Let's delete this because now I have this ugly bar over there. Still there. Alright, import stitch 1, brush, create insert mesh, new brush. Alright, now because I have this, and now drag, and I'll create these stitchings just like that. Very easy. So if I go to his feet now, I can stuff like this. I'm not sure if that's gonna look good. Which is the best render motor for Maya? I don't render in Maya. Okay, let me think. We got this. Oh, I could do depth way above. Yeah. All right, this works. So now it's just placing these stitches manually. I could do it with a curve. Stroke curve mode. So now I can curve it like this. And it'll... Oh shit. It would do. It would just place them side to side, but that just makes it look very hand placed. I mean, like perfectly neat. And I'm placing them one by hand to give it like a random look. Like the thing I'm going for. Just do it in some places, not all. Maybe. I'll see how it looks after I patched a few places. Do you have to check? Do you have to watch your polycount, or is there a setting to keep that in check? No, I don't have to watch my polycount. If I start to lag, then it's kind of like, hey man, you're lagging, but not like I have to. This is just to make everything go smooth. Oh, there is a polycount max, correct? No, there isn't a max polycount. The only thing that's keeping us in check is how laggy it gets. I don't. Yeah. There is actually never a polycount limit. It's just if your game starts to lag and the statistics show that it's because of the amount of polygons or vertices you have in your scene, then you might want to consider reducing the topology on some of them. But otherwise, if everyone has like godlike computers where you always have 120 FPS, then there's actually no reason for you to actually retopologize and keep your topology in mind. You can't really animate high mesh sculpted characters. Why not? Yeah, you can. It's just laggy as shit, but it's still possible. The reason we retopologize is because we don't have super great, excellent computers yet. I mean, the tools that we have right now for animating is based on meshes that don't directly come out of ZBrush. So if you imagine that we already had those amazing PCs, then we'd have tools to make extremely high poly animating, rigging, and skinning a lot easier. I mean, even now it's possible. I mean, the poly count in games are getting higher, and I'd like to imagine that eventually it gets so high that it's almost like one from ZBrush. Yeah, there is no PC on Earth, but I said if we had such PCs then we could do it, but that's the reason why we retopologize. And yeah, there are PCs on Earth that can do that. Yeah, normal maps will become a thing of the past for sure. I mean, like when Wolfenstein, the first FPS, was released, every wall was a plane, and now every wall is like those bricks and stuff. So yeah, the possibilities. Right, I have to delete some over here because it got a mess over there. A normal map is something you put on your mesh to fake detail. It changes lighting on your model, which make it look like there are bumps and creases and skin detail on places that are actually flat. That's what a normal map does. You guys have been making the Gatekeeper for the past month. This is all you got. Yeah, this is all we got. I mean, like, you guys have been making the Gatekeeper for the past month. Yeah, I only do it for like 3 hours once a week. So it's not really fair to call it working on it for a whole month. Three hours a week, fourth week. It's like 12 hours. Not too bad for 12 hours, if I say so myself. This is including doing the design, doing the low poly, and yeah, doing the design. Actually costs a lot of time. Hey man, will you give him a penis? No man, I will not give him a penis. Right. Now we split hidden. Now we have the stitches over here. Now I can manually delete some of them because this here is a whole mess. Come on. Oh yeah, our groups. Alright, so now I can just delete these. That one is ugly. Fuck you, fuck you. Delete the hidden, mirror, mirror and mirror and blob. Alright, now we have the stitches on both sides. Oh, the disk space is critically low. Please clear more disk space by emptying the trash deleting files. And click OK to resume. Alright guys, I'm quickly gonna fix this issue. This is just because ZBrush is this is causing my files to fill up. I have to delete some stuff, move some stuff. Alright, I fixed the issue. My SSD was full, so it didn't know where to save. It gave me an error. Probably still saving now. Not sure what it's doing. Oh, yeah, it's crashing. Alright, now we're gonna see how much stuff we lost. Alright, I don't think Nothing, we lost nothing. Okay, these stitches now are like very off. I'd like to manually move them again, or maybe like even inflate. Just gonna delete some stitches because it's too much now. Alright, I think the stitches are a lot better now, because we just removed a bunch of useless stitches. So what we had was this, and now we have this. A lot better in my opinion. Alright, so let's move to the top part of his body. Of course, I think I didn't save my stitch brush, which is unfortunate. Elite Badger, which team are you planning to join? Right now I have this stuff. I have 3 stitches in one. I'm gonna save this brush. Save as. Manual stitches. Go. I have to make a distinction of patches of meat and just wrinkles. Luckily, that wasn't that hard. What do you mean by tools, Elite Badger? Like Maya and stuff, or just creation kit? Okay, Maya currently. Right, I wish you the best of luck. Is this the low poly model? No, but this is the low poly model. We actually had a showcase last week with the body model and the normal map. I can probably like easily show that to you guys and tell you what a normal map is. So this is the scene that we had. This is the scene that we had with the low poly. And what I said was, alright, this is how it looks without a normal map. And this is how it looks with a normal map. Guys are probably seeing now. Like, this is with normal map, this is without normal map. And this is with which one was it? I had one with normal map and ambient occlusion. Gatekeeper, bakes, occlusion, alright. So this one is with normal map and ambient occlusion, and it looks like this now on the low poly. So do you play or mod Skyrim, or were you just looking for a project to fill your modeling itch? I played Skyrim a lot, and I was also planning to fill my modeling itch. How did you learn 3G modeling? I started 4 years ago at school, where I didn't know anything about 3D modeling, and my teacher just like introduced me to 3D modeling, and since then I do 3D modeling. I wanted to go to school to learn 2D, like concept art and stuff, but I quickly got hooked on 3D, and that's where I am now because of it. Are you going to add those stitches to the normal map or the low poly model? To the normal map. What program do you use to bake the normal map? I use Xnormal now, but some guy recommended using Marmoset toolbag to actually bake the models, so maybe I'll use that for this guy. How is Marmoset has real-time showing of the normal map, and I'm not sure. I'm just gonna try it out and see how it is. Is there any good videos on porting? I have no idea. I don't really know how to port. I only know that it needs to be a NIF file, NIF file. That's the only thing I know about porting. But luckily, the things that I texture in Substance look a lot like how it's gonna look when it's finally in the game. Yeah, right now the stitches aren't I mean, the skin isn't really behaving to the stitches, so we probably also have to fix that. Yes, I am planning on making different parts for the Gatekeeper. And guys, if you have any more questions from YouTube, it's a lot easier if you join Twitch and ask the questions from Twitch, because it's a lot easier to keep track of questions from Twitch. And once in a while, some questions end up here, but it's a lot easier if you just answer the question here on which. Alright, so this is my high poly. Again, with the stitches on them now. And just to make it easier, I think I'm gonna merge these stitches. Just give them a color. Something like this. Oh no, this just looks masked out. Yeah, alright. These can go. Or not yet. Let's just keep them around in case I need them later. But as I said, the stitches aren't really responding. And I want to make them like I'm just gonna like record from the base again and make some changes. I think this can be done a lot easier. I just don't know how. There was something called ghosting in ZBrush, I think. Maybe that can help. Oh right, I found it. So now we go over these stitches and just do things like that. It'll just give them so much more depth. So you guys think that like these are out of place? Oh, yeah, it's because they're just slapped on there. I'm gonna make some changes over there after I'm done with the with these with the others. For some reason, my brush fucking follows that stuff. Like, why the fuck? Shouldn't be doing that. Did you manually retopologize this creature? Yes. Yes, I manually retopologized the creature. It will be on YouTube. Why don't you make the flesh overgrown the stitching? But what? Why don't you make the flesh overgrow the stitching? I don't know. Don't feel like that would add a lot of stuff for the amount of time that it would take to do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just delete these. Taking way too long. Right, now that we have the stitching, we can continue to improve on the skin. Oh, these bones are actually fucking terrible. I should change them. I made the stitching by just manually placing the stitches. Now I'm going to work on the bones. I don't want to put too much time on the bones because, well, I want to get this over with. And also, bones aren't that important. Alright, now I think I can do some skin details. Right now, so now we have all the creases masked. And if I lower the subdivision and invert the mask and just blur this out, I can get some detail on everything but the creases. Just very subtle things. Very subtle. And if we inflate. No, not that. We inflate the creases just a little bit. What happens then? I think you should make the bones look more like they pierce out of the flesh. Make like an outline where the skin turns to bone. An outline where the skin turns to bone. This is subpar, but the hell with it. The texture will be great. I'm sorry that I'm not talking a lot because I'm just focused trying to get everything on the right position, not trying to take a rest. Thinking about how much damage this guy would have on the patches of skin and stuff. Hmm. I think the high poly is done on his body. I think it actually is done. I do have to find something for this. I'm just gonna make it go into his skin. There's actually gonna be a separate mesh, probably. Chain. That's chain, but that's nothing. It's because it's going to be a different mesh. I don't have to do it on this guy. Alright, maybe just need a couple more. So this is the high poly for the... Oh, we still have this. That can go. It can go. Oh right, the hand. Let's do the hand now. My understanding, the hand can't be changed because the skeleton has to match the hand. So we just have to improve the hand to make it look more like a human hand, and then we're gonna change it slightly. And because the topology is all triangles, changing this won't be so nice. But yeah, it's the hand. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on his hands. How far through the other creatures have you gotten? This is my second creature. We have one that's finished. And we have a bunch of others that are in production. Yeah, the hand's probably okay now. Now we have to remodel this stuff. Alright, so now it's time to do some fiddly modeling work with our guy. Actually, I think I'm forgetting something on this guy. Like, forget the stitches, forget the hand. We need some small pimples on him. Or maybe some stretched skin while I'm at it. Be right back, guys. The phone is calling me. Alright, I'm back. So where were we? Oh yeah, stretching. Final touches on the high poly model. This time for reals. Alright, high poly model over with. So this whole thing is something we need to remake. I think I'm actually gonna Gatekeeper Oblivion. Let's see how this thing looks. But I'm guessing those are like pouches or something. This is metal, 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 metal. This is all metal, and this is, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe I'll just change that with something else. Yeah, probably will. Give it more of a cooler look. So first, let's do the neck thing. Yeah, the neck thing. Right. Start with the cylinder. So the only thing we have to keep in mind is I want this thing brushing that like this. The only thing we have to actually keep in mind, because this part is actually behaving just as if this chain is like this. So we have to push this part in. Alright, so this part is okay, and we have to move it so this. All right. I guess we could just move this downwards a bit, so wouldn't hurt anything. Yeah, no problem. Even get this to like fit in. Alright, so now we have this one neck piece. We need something to connect some chains coming down from there. I am really interested in the idea of 3D modeling, and I was wondering where a good place to start is, which program are good. 3ds Max is good and Maya is good. You can choose either. We need something to hook up a chain from the back up front. The original guys used something like this, but I don't want chain as like that. Let me quickly actually make chain. There was some what do you call it? General shapes here, but I removed a few of them because I thought I wouldn't need them, but now I actually need them, and now I can't find them. I'm not sure if Blender. I don't use Blender. I've never used Blender, and I don't really know anyone that uses Blender in the the industry. I actually can't find it. Start with Blender as it is free. Well, everything is free if you know where to look. Alright, so we need I did 3ds Max for 3.5 years, and the past few months I switched over to Maya, and there are still things I don't know. But that's why we have Google. Maya. What are these things called? Polygon. Maya. Polygon. Donuts. I can't believe I don't know where the primitives are. Hey! Got him. What I would do is I would do something like this. Now we have one piece of the chain. We can easily make more. That's how we get chain. First, edges are too hard for me. Why switch over to Maya? Because Maya is more tablet friendly, is what I learned. I'm actually tackling this the whole wrong way. I shouldn't build this around. I should build it around his neck. You just hide this guy, or not yet. Good. Get the circumference of his neck. Something like this. And now hide this guy. Now we need to find an interesting way to attach the chain to his neck. But how? What the fuck is going on? Select these, invert selection, delete, and now we get this. Why? This fits perfectly. Oh my god, I pressed 2 instead of 1. So you guys were just looking at my reference folder the whole time. What kind of tablet am I using? I'm using a Cintiq, a touch screen monitor. But I think I'm gonna call it quits for today, since it's been 3 hours. Save Gatekeeper. Alright, so today we finished our high poly model. Like this one. This one, we finished this, and we started on changing his suit, just modernizing it. Hopefully we won't need many more streams to finish this guy. If you guys are wondering what this is I'm gonna place a chain that's going like starting from here and wrapping around some place of his arm or something. But yeah guys, hopefully the stream was fun. If you have any questions you can ask them immediately, by messaging everyone in the community channel. But yeah, thanks guys.